这王国属地罗萨利亚南部。
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
狗，怎么啦？看到弟弟了吗？还是你要去小便？
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
Revenge.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
怎么了？你小便小不出啊？
Find something, boy. Death.
Death， 死亡的味道。
Found her.
哦，他们又屠村了。
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
看来我要大义灭亲了，手刃自己的妈妈。
We should go.
Yes.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here.
More than enough for everything!
Find the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
水晶分给我们，哇，全部抢水晶啊！原来是
Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
好像恶灵古堡啊！
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned. Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
入侵者，
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
还叫人了，你们是不想活了吗？看来你们不想活了，对不起了。
Or not.
我再来积极打招！我虽塞，谁叫你得罪我不给我走？原本想要放过你们一马的。
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix.
哎，我的手下，你还没有
I
死
was
哦
there。when you died. Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
哇，那个踩木子的人
Really
啊，
is you.
你也还活着啊？
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
那个手下死了，不值钱啊，他们的命。
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
哦，我有新的弟弟
As to
了。
why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
哇，好伟大！没想到我的手下竟然变成一个领袖了。你要加入我们吧，辛苦
Yours
志。
and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell
连
us
伪装都不伪装啊
that a！ pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
哎呦，来出雷电，我的倒退！啊，打那么少人而
On
已。
these our swords we swear!
You're finished!
哇塞！
Bloody hell!
还有人，还有人，还有人！
Reinforcements from the far bank!
哦，雷电，哎！哇，龍，大東！
Fine hound.
More dragons!
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one.
哇，黑装的
In taking
dragon 啊！
it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finished yet.
That's it. I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! Lord. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the
叔
Guardians.
叔赞助你们。
And had I
哇，
known
叔
of
叔
this
那么好的
talent
咩
back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
哇，喂，你竟然没有跟我走啊嘞，好傷心
I
啊！
shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If
Sir,
only
Tyler.
Sir Tyler could have been here to see you.
哎呀，泰勒
Or
死
the
了
Lord
真的
Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
伊索德港。
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
哇，好有钱哦，一定是叔叔的家来的。
Alright, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue!
来，给他看火之鸟，咕咕咕咕。 哎，
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
这是叔叔小时候讲给他听的故事吗？
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddu in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
By your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
哇，好感动啊，有这样的家人。
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
哇，3天那么久？
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
青青。
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
这不妥啊，可以趁机会抱抱了，你就拖人家回去啊，有冇搞錯？
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the Mother Crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm,
80年前
Drake's
我都没有
eye
出生啊！
collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drustanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again. under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island. And with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
飛騰蟹，哇，還會飛騰咯！
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes.
怎么了？石化了你？
I'm fine.
你不要石化，萝卜仔。
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
好像他的最後遺願這樣了。你冇死啊，就要不然我剩下一隻弓，我不知道要怎麼活下去耶。
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's mother crystal.
Drake's breath.
母水晶，源龙之息。
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go.
萝卜仔，你的兵可以弄保城吗？ 原来萝卜仔你也会变超级赛亚人啊！
Let's not do that again.
No. Let's not.
Those demons. But they never leave the lava.
If I didn't know better, I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Why attack us then? They're peaceful creatures.
Then this one must be the exception.
够好手啊！我这去打招，哈哈，当然打那些小只好一点的。哎呀！哎呀，又被打到點都冇用啊！
Yeah!
good, I'll wager.
哎呦！哇！大招啊！大招啊！大招啊！大招啊！ 什么
Are you hurt?
拍到好像他爹死一样啊！他原本就住在那个熔浆里面的嘛。
Thank you.
Quite a commotion our friend made. Let's hope the guards didn't hear it.
The gate to the inner chambers is just up there. Then we make for the sanctuary. I need to finish this before the heat finishes me.
Hear, hear.
Anybody home? "哎呦，还有人在这里生活的哦，小孩子。 我们怎么潜行啊？那么多人的，说好没有人的嘞？该不会这次我们要玩潜行啊？
Lady Marley, it's me.
By some mother. Jill, it can't be.
It is, my lady.
We cannot talk here. Come with me.
全部人都看到了，那三个八婆在那边看着。
I'm so glad you're safe.
And I you.
Why ever would you risk coming back? Are you a fool, girl? Or have you grown tired of your freedom already?
Forgive me, my lady. But I had to come back. There are things I left undone. Tell me, where is the patriarch?
At this hour, he'll be in the Comric, giving thanks.
You mean... Oh, that fiend! Clive, we have to get to the sanctuary. Now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things, and go.
Now listen here, Jill.
那三个八婆真的是跟人家讲啊！
This way. Follow this passage. It leads straight to the Comric. Go on, stop dawdling.
那问题呢？门打开以后怎么办？你不就死了咯？
You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness. Take care, my lady, please. You deserve better than this. A long and happy life, promise me.
I'll live if you promise to do the same.
Oh, 好讨厌宗教啊！看到这些宗教的吓死人。这就是就要杀的那个大祭司吗？一个甩样。死了天啊！我们都来不及来救啊！
Shiva's dominant. Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
For years, I followed your orders, fought your wars, all to protect the children you took, just as you took me.
小孩子来了，这些尸体。
And what did you do in return? You put them in chains and you slit their throats!
Fiend.
Their souls were sullied with a stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. A penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it! Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymric is in itself a crime deserving of death.
You're right. I am a monster. And my
It's also
soul is stained black. Though not by ether. But by the evil of men like you, who made me close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it. This is my penance. I will be your monster no more. Nor will I suffer you to create another.
Does the beast bare its teeth at its master? Come then, dominant. Rage, be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran? I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. But never again. I bowed to you once. Now it is you who shall bow to me!
Kill them.
哎呀，好多廢話啊！
Right.
哎，弟弟。 哇，弟弟的力量好强啊！哇，还
it!
普通身体去打了，你之前都打赢过1了，普通身体不需要变身啊！你看戏，真的就在那边看戏，这么傻仔啊你！
Just
不需要直接冲过去啊，插人家的脚趾头啦！啊，超级赛亚人都可以会。
Better make this quick. Nice try. 刚刚好大招给你啊，停刀！Jill need help! Jill, I need help!
Go.
Okay, my lady.
Right. I won't take long. Slow.
我变龙。哎呦，击不到啊！大击击招，再哇，什么鬼东西？哇，好多只啊！哇，我不是要打他吗？我是要吸嘛，吸他们啊！哇，我死得啦！ 哎呀！再来，飞！教主，快点去追杀教主！挡妹耶！
Jill!
I'm going to finish this, Clive.
No, dude! 想要干嘛你？
Here! Use this.
这是永远的吗？permanent的吗？这兵剑。劈啦！
Sid. We're one step closer to freedom.
The crystal. What did you do to it?
屌，係時候啦！
Oh,
報仇啦！
we destroyed it.
What? But... Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
I do, Father.
為什麼要讓反派講那麼多廢
I
話？
have killed the monster and become an outlaw. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's over.
It is.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high.
狗狗，你这电灯泡在这里，要不然早就亲下去了啦，狗狗。
Clive, look.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate.
神啊，奧地馬！
Damn it. We need to leave.
Agreed.
那个是不是弟弟呀？为什么又多一个披风男了？弟弟被奥特曼控制了。
I kept my promise, and now you keep yours.